Hi, everybody. On March 14 this year, I post this poster on Facebook. This is an image of me and my daughter holding the Israeli flag. I will try to explain you about the context of why and when I post it. A few days ago, I was sitting, waiting on the line at the grocery store, and the owner and one of the clients were talking to each other, and the owner was explaining to the client that we're going to get 10,000 missiles on Israel. And the client was saying, no, it's 10,000 a day. And they both look at me because I'm supposed to know something about it and ask me, what do you say about that? And I'm like, what? This is the context. This is what we are. This is where we are now in Israel. We have this war with Iran coming for 10 years now, and we have people, afraid. It's like every year, it's the last minute that we can do something about the war with Iran. It's like always, if we don't act now, it's too late forever, for 10 years now. So at some point it became, to me, I'm a graphic designer, so we had a musician before, and I sure he would made music about it, so I made poster about it, and I post the one I just showed you before. Most of the time, I made poster, I post them on Facebook. My friend like it, don't like it. Most of the time, don't like it, don't share it, don't nothing. And it's another day. So I went to sleep, and that was it for me. And later on the night, I woke up, because I always waking up in the night, and I went by the computer, and I see all these red dots, on Facebook, which I never seen before. And I was like, what's going on? So I come to the computer, and I start looking on, and suddenly I see many people talking to me, most of them I don't know, and few of them from Iran, which is, what? Because you have to understand, in Israel, we don't talk with people from Iran. We don't know people from Iran. It's like, on Facebook, you have friends only from, it's like your neighbors are your friend on Facebook. And now people from Iran are like talking to me. So I start to answering this girl, and she's telling me she saw the poster, and she asked her family to come, because they don't have a computer. She asked her family to come to see the poster, and they're all sitting in the living room crying. So I'm like, whoa. I asking my wife to come. She's here. And I tell her, you have to see that. People are crying. And she came, she read the text, and she started to cry. And everybody's crying now. So I don't know what to do. So my first reflex as a graphic designer is, to show everybody what I just seen. So at the beginning, I just, I made a print screen of the stories, and I just post them. And people start to see them and to share them, and that's how it started. The day after, when really it became a lot of talking, I said to myself, and my wife said to me, I also want a poster, so this is her. Because it's working, put me in a poster now. Okay, this one's work, but it's not just about me. It's about people from Israel want to say something. So I'm going to shoot all the people I know, if they want. And I'm going to put them in a poster, and I'm going to share them. So I went to my neighbors and friends and students, and I just asked them, this is my neighbor, and I just asked them, give me a picture, I will make you a poster. And that's how it started. And that's how really it unleashed it. Because suddenly people from Facebook, friends and others, just understand that they can be part of it. It's not just one dude making one poster. We can be part of it. So they start sending me pictures and ask me, make me a poster, post it. Tell the Iranians, we from Israel love you too. It became, at some point it was really, really intense. So many pictures. So I asked friends to come, graphic designer, most of them, and to make poster with me, because I didn't have the time. It was a huge amount of picture. So for a few days, that's how my living room was, it was really a big, and we received Israeli posters, Israeli image, but also a lot of comments, a lot of messages from Iran. And we took this comment, these messages, and we made poster out of it, because I know people, they don't read. They see images. If it's an image, they may read it. So here's a few of them. This one is one of my best, because I know the guy that, you know, it's like, I have an Iranian friend now. It's a story. This one is really moving for me, because it's the story of a girl that has been raised in Iran to walk on an Israeli flag to enter her school every morning. And now that she sees the posters that we're sending, she said that she changed her mind. And now she loved that blue, she loved that star, and she loved that flag, talking about the Israeli flag, and she wished that we meet and we come to visit one each other. And it's just a few days after I posted the first poster. The day after, Iranians start to respond with their own posters. They have graphic designers. What? What? Crazy. Yes, they do. And so you can see they're still shy. They don't want to see their they don't want to show their faces, but they want to spread the message. They want to respond. They want to say the same thing. So they do what they do, and they start sending. And now it's communication. Now it's a two-way story. It's Israeli and Iranian sending the same message one to each other. This never happened before. And this is two people supposed to be enemy. We're on the verge of a war, one with each other. And suddenly, people on Facebook starting to say, I like this guy. I love those guys. Few of them are from Germany. You can remember this one. And it became really big at some point. And then it became news. because in the Middle East, news are bad news. That's what you see, guys, over there. When you're watching, when you seeing the Middle East, you see only the bad news. You see the bad stuff happening. And suddenly there is something that was happening that was good news. So the guys on the news, they say, okay, let's talk about this. And they just came. They came home. And at the beginning, I was like, okay, maybe we schedule something tomorrow at 5. And it was so much that at some point I just say, whatever, we're in the house. You come whenever. We are there. You take a turn. It was really crazy. I remember one day, Michal, she was talking with this journalist from Al Arabiya. I think it's an Arab channel. Maybe it's not this one, maybe Al Jazeera. I don't remember. Anyway, she was talking with the journalist, and she was asking him, who's going to see the show? And he said, everybody. So she said, everybody in Palestine? In where? Israel? Who is everybody? So he said, everybody. So he said, Syria? Syria. Lebanon? Lebanon. At some point, he just said, 40 million people are going to see you today. It's everybody. That's how big it became. And we were just at the beginning of the story. The Chinese. Something crazy also happened. It's like every time a country starts talking about it, like Germany, America, wherever, a page on Facebook pop up with the same logo, with the same stories. So at the beginning, we had Iran Love Israel, which is an Irani sitting in Tehran, say, okay, Israel loves Iran. I give you Iran Love Israel. You have Palestine Love Israel. You have Lebanon that just a few days ago. And this whole list of pages on Facebook dedicated to the same message, to people sending their love one to each other. I'm sure you know this image. And what's really struck me, the moment I really understand that something was happening, in it's when a friend of mine told me, Google, go on Google and Google Israel. Google the word Israel. And those were the first images on those days that pop-ups from Google when you were texting, typing Israel or Iran. Those exact images. I mean, we really change how people sees the Middle East, because you're not in the Middle East, you're somewhere over there, and then you want to see the Middle East, so you go on Google and you say Israel, and they give you the bad stuff. And for a few days, you got those images. Today, the Israel loves Iran page is this number, 80,000 plus minus. And last week, we reached 2 million reach on the page a week. I mean, 2 million people 1 week went on the page and share, like, I don't know, comment one of the photos. So you may ask yourself, who is this dude? My name is Ronny Edry, and I'm 41. I'm an Israeli. I'm father of 2. I'm husband of Michal. And I'm a graphic designer. I'm teaching graphic design. And I'm not that naive, because a lot of the time I've been asked, many times I've been asked, yeah, but this is really naive, sending flowers over. I mean, I was in the army. I was in the paratroopers for 3 years. And I know how it looks from the ground. I know how it can look really bad. So to me, this is the courageous thing to do, to try to reach the other side before it's too late. Because when it's going to be too late, it's going to be too late. And sometimes war is inevitable. Sometimes. But maybe doing an effort, we can avoid it. Maybe as people, because our government, they are talking, but we, especially in Israel, we're in a democracy. We have the freedom of speech. We can say something. It's not like we can talk. We can say something, and maybe that little thing can change something. So via social media, we can send some kind of message one to each other. And really, we can be our own ambassadors. We can just send a message and hope for the best. So for 5 months now, that's what we're doing. Me, Michal, few of my friends that just, that's what are we doing. We're just making images, because we get to the point that we realize through images we're changing reality. We're showing a new reality by just making images, because that's how the world perceives us. That's how they see us. They see images of us, and they see bad images. So we're working on making good images. End of story. Look at this one. This is the Iran Love Israel page. This is not the Israel Love Iran. This is not my page. This is a guy in Tehran on the day of remembrance of the Israeli fallen soldier, putting an image of an Israeli soldier on his page. This is the enemy. What? So, and it's going both ways. It's like we're showing respect one to each other. And we're understanding. And you show compassion. And you become friends. And at some point, you become friend on Facebook, and you become friend in life. You can go and travel and meet people. And I was in Munich a few weeks ago. I see people here that went there. And I went there to open an exposition about Iran, and I meet there with people from the page that told me, okay, you're going to be in Europe, I'm coming. I'm coming from France, from Holland, from Germany, of course, and from Israel people came. And we just met there for the first time in real life. I met with people that are supposed to be my enemies for the first time. And we just shake hands and have a coffee and a nice discussion, and we talk about food and basketball. And that was the end of it. Remember that image from the beginning? At some point, we meet in real life, and we become friends. And it goes the other way around. Some girl that we met on Facebook, never been in Israel, born and raised in Iran, live in Germany, afraid of Israeli because of what she know about us, decide after a few months of talking on the internet with some Israeli to come in Israel. And she get on the plane and arrive at Ben Gurion and say, okay, not that a big deal. So a few weeks ago, you know, the stress is getting higher. So we start this new campaign called Not Ready to Die in Your War. I mean, it's plus minus the same message, but we wanted really to add some aggressivity to it. And again, something amazing happened. Something that we didn't have on the first wave of the campaign. Now people from Iran, the same one who were shy at the first campaign and just send, you know, their foot and have their faces, now they're sending their faces and they say, okay, no problem, we're into it, we are with you. And I just want you to, guys, you know, just read where those guys are from. And for every guy from Israel, you got someone from Iran. Just people sending their pictures. Crazy, yes? So, so I want to ask you, maybe if you like, and I want to ask Michal, my wife, to come with me on the stage, just to make with you one image, because it's all about images. And maybe that image will help us change something. So all I want to do for you, all I want you to do is just to raise that exactly. And I'm just going to take a picture of it. And I'm just going to post it on Facebook with kind of Israeli for peace or something. Oh, my God. Don't cry. Thank you, guys.